By the time this episode gets released, you will actually be across the country.
I'll be dead.
They're joking, by the way.
Am I?
Yes.
I learned about depressurization yesterday.
Oh, for goodness sakes, look. Here's the thing. If you had to worry about air travel, no one would do it. You know why? Because it's the safest way to travel, literally. You have a 1 in 4.6 million chance of dying in a plane crash, whereas you have a 1 in 325 chance of dying in an automobile crash. Or 1 in 3,000, sorry. 1 in 3,000.
I read something that was literally like, yeah, if there was suddenly a hole in the plane, your arms just get sucked off. And I'm like, great. That sounds good.
Well, depressurization's, like, if the cabin depressurizes in any way, it's not good for almost anyone. The only people who could guaranteed 100% be safe would be the pilots, because they're in their own pressurized capsule.
So, actually somewhere in the article it mentioned that they were considering having a security feature that, like, slightly, I guess, depressurizes, the cabin, I guess, what it's called. And everyone would go unconscious, like in the case of a hijacking or something.
Yeah.
And I just think that's so bizarre. Like,
well, here's the one thing you have to understand. If things go wrong at that the highest altitude, at that high of an altitude, the number one thing that will happen, or the number one thing you're about guaranteed on, is there's not a snowball's chance in hell you are going to survive. There are very few chances. If something big happens and, like, the plane fuselage comes apart, there are very few chances of people surviving.
That doesn't make me feel better, man.
Well, no, and here's the thing. It's just like in certain car accidents. For instance, I was in a car accident with Zach. Me and Zach were sitting there. It was my birthday, actually. We were going to the movie theater, gonna go watch a movie. I'm sitting there, and I look up in my rearview mirror, and I'm like, that car behind me isn't stopping. Boom!
That happened to me before. Just literally, and they just don't stop. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at it. Guy didn't even.
I did the same thing.
Guy didn't even hit his brakes, and I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like looking at it. It felt like an eternity went by me looking at it, but apparently it was only like a few seconds.
It's the worst feeling too, because you're like, I don't think stopping.
Yeah, and I tried to look over. We were both wearing our seatbelts, but all of a sudden, Zach, we get hit, and Zach's just like, I think I swallowed my dip. He had a huge tab of tobacco in his mouth, and he just swallowed it. He doesn't dip anymore, thank goodness. Instead, now he just sips beers. That's all he does now. But yeah, Zach was sick. And here's the thing: whenever you're in a scenario where there's literally nothing you can do, just hold on tight and pray. That's it. That's really all you can do. Pray to whatever deity you claim or lack of deity that you claim. Just hope that you make it through it. Because there was this couple who went zorbing. I don't know if you ever seen that. You know, the big ball that you can get inside and be attached to and roll down hills and stuff. Have you seen that?
I didn't know about that, but that sounds fun.
It is fun up until the people who are supposed to be guiding you on the trek lose you, and you go down a rock face, and you wind up fracturing about 30 bones in your body.
Oh.
It was not good.
That doesn't sound good.
No, it's not. And the thing is, shit happens, Quinn. Shit happens to good people all the time. I mean, hell, Jeff Buckley never hurt a soul, but yet he got pulled in an undercurrent in the Mississippi River whenever he was just out there swimming like he had done 1,000 times before.
Oh, you know what's scary? Sneaker waves.
Yeah.
That's a fucking crazy thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I know someone, well, I don't know them. I listened to a podcast that they were on where literally they're just standing there with their husband and kid, and he's holding the kid, turns around and they're just gone. Can you fucking imagine? They just disappear.
Well, that's how it was with Jeff, because his friend was there with him. His friend who was there recording with him in Memphis, like they went down to the Wolf Creek Reservoir where they'd gone there with beers and a radio, and they were just listening to classic rock. Matter of fact, Jeff Buckley was like on his floating in the river with his shoes and his pants still on, and he was just like singing "Whole Lotta Love" by Led Zeppelin. And then a passing boat came by, and he got pulled under. And when his friend didn't think anything of it because it had happened before, and Jeff was like, always on the other side, perfectly fine. But the guy runs up to grab the radio because the water was splashing up too close to it, and he run up, grab the radio with his back turned to the river, and then he turns around. Jeff's gone. No, didn't find Jeff's body for 5 days. They found it down the river a little bit more, and that was that. 31 years old, one of the most musically talented individuals I have ever seen in my entire life, and just like that. Bad things happen to good people all the time.
Well, the most comforting thing I've read is that most plane crashes or issues occur at takeoff or at landing, and that also means, apparently, that most of the time people survive them.
Yes.
Because they're fine.
Well, yeah, because a mid-air thing is usually like
it was
the
less than 10% or something.
Occurrence. Yeah. The freakiest of freak occurrences. And honestly, Quinn, you don't have to worry about that because honestly, trans-American flights like across the entire country, like no problems. Pretty much like. I'd say
it's a 6-hour flight, and I'm assuming after 1 hour I'll be okay. But like the first hour, I think I'm gonna die.
Quinn, the number one thing to do is just sit back with your eyes closed and just like breathe. Just.
No, I hold my breath when I'm anxious. I'm that person. But
that's the thing. You're not oxygenating your blood.
I'm getting anxiety medication to take. So.
Well, the thing is, when you don't oxygenate your blood, your body thinks something is wrong, and thus it goes into panic mode. But whenever you properly oxygenate your blood, then everything's okay.
I don't know. I'm probably going to pay extra for Wi-Fi so that I can harass people while I'm on the plane.
Oh my gosh.
I think you get like Messenger for free.
You do, and also they do have like on-flight entertainment as well. You can watch movies.
Well, I can download some stuff too.
Well, but they also have a shit ton of stuff available for you on the plane.
Flying Delta, which is apparently like the best, so.
They're good. Me and Mom have flown Delta before. We flew Delta when we went down to Florida to pick up some cats for her business and everything.
I wasn't really willing to fly with anybody else on my first flight because like they're blocking the middle seats right now, and I've just heard that they're good. My other option was like American, and I heard that was not good.
American, so. No. Delta, in terms of like quality, commercial quality, Delta's the best.
I've heard the only one better is Blue, but that's like really expensive.
Blue is ridiculously good. Blue is like unbelievable. Allegiant is the price. The price is great on Allegiant, but it's not. You don't have all the knickknacks and stuff that you would get on Delta.
No, I just wanted to.
But you save money.
I just wanted to feel like I was somewhere where I wouldn't fall out of the plane. I guess for some reason Delta comforts me there. So
that's fair. That's fair.
I have a feeling that I'm going to be most anxious literally when I have to get onto the plane, and I acknowledge that this is me stepping foot on the plane, and like I'm not going to be able to get off of it once I do.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the moment I start panicking. So.
Well, and just know this. It's not just you. There's a bunch of other people on this plane. And
if I die, you're dying with me, motherfuckers.
Yeah, y'all can all go out singing Kumbaya, holding hands.
I'm not looking forward. I'm not looking forward to it at all. Like, I'm dreading that day, but like it'll be fun.
You'll be all right. Trust me, you'll be fine.
If I think about it for too long, I start not breathing already. So
yeah. So don't do that.
Yeah, it's not great.
No, it isn't.
But when I get to Seattle, it's going to be okay.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the way back will be fine because, I'm flying from Seattle.
Yeah.
I can, I'll be feeling okay.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
I'll be feeling great right then.
Oh, yeah. All right.
There's only one reason you go to Seattle, and it's the tourism for weed. I'm kidding. I'm going to the museum and stuff, too.
Well, there's a lot to do in Seattle. I mean,
we're going to the beach. We're going to Rialto Beach. We're going to the Museum of Pop Culture, I think. I feel like it's illegal to not do the Space Needle, but I don't really want to.
You don't have to.
It's like $30 is the reason I don't want to.
You don't have to. Me and my dad, I don't understand why they charge you for the Space Needle. The CN Tower, which is in Toronto, is a lot higher, and it was free.
It's like 30 or 39, or it's like a lot. It's
Jesus,
like a
Seattle,
lot.
what the hell's your problem?
To go on the Space Needle. And I get that there's like a restaurant and everything, so you should be able to do it for free, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If you go out there to eat or something.
It's like, where do you want to eat? I want to eat on the restaurant on the Space Needle. It's like, okay, there's openings there. $30. Wait, what? $30 to the ride to the top. It's like, can I take the stairs? We don't have stairs. Oh.
Yeah, I also don't know how I feel about an elevator that's that tall.
You want to know the interesting thing, Quinn? I actually rode in the elevators at the World Trade Center before 9/11.
I don't like elevators.
Those elevators are ridiculously tall.
I don't like elevators when they're going up like one floor. Like, I just don't like elevators.
Well, okay. You'll be all right. You will be all right. Trust me. They're like that. They take thousands of trips every day. You'll be fine.
Well, we might not do it because I don't feel right making my friends that live there, like the locals, pay to go on the Space Needle.
Well, they don't have to. Just be like,
I'm gonna do this real fast. Yeah.
It's like, I need to go up there just a little bit. It's like, hey, if I'm only up there for 5 minutes, can you only charge me like $10?
I mean, what are you? I really don't think it's worth the price because you go up there and you look around and you leave, right? Like,
pretty much.
It's not.
Pretty much.
It's not $30.
You have the option to eat, but it's just like that's not much of an option.
It's like probably $40 after tax and everything to go up there and look around for like 15 minutes. Like,
Jesus.
I don't know about that. Anyway.
Yeah, we got Lucifer here. Let's take a look. See what we got. Here we go. Crash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chloe's dead.
Chloe ate shit. Oh. Damn.
With a short adjustment period.
Sweet beads.
What is that? Decker.
Chloe.
Yeah, what's the address?
Hi, Lucifer.
Toys in there. Go.
Yes.
No!
Once I get all this back to the precinct, I'll see what I can find.
For the Insta.
Bruh.
No.
No?
No.
Not cool.
A familiar face? Why, yeah.
Hello, brother.
Oh, it's another one.
Ariel. I thought it was you. Well, welcome to Earth. Bring Mom to me, or I'll take back what Dad gave you.
Oh. Shit.
I knew it was coming, so.
Well, yeah, I mean.
The playmate, the ex-party girl. What does she have to do with Wesley Cabinet?
She's his ex-wife. They met on the set of Body Back School. Apparently, Jamie and Wesley's divorce proceedings were very contentious. Maybe she went to renegotiate.
Oh, God. Lucifer and... Oh, God. They're bonding. I don't like this.
For now.
Yeah.
So, you used to be married to an action star, only to divorce him and marry another action star?
Yeah. It was the 90s. We did a lot of coke.
Well, how did your current husband feel about you visiting your ex?
So that's easy. Kimo and Wesley hated each other, long-standing feud.
On the ground, now! On the ground! You, over there.
Well, that checks out.
Hey, Martin Dukakis.
So they've got his family in there forcing him to kill the president.
Jesus, dude, come on.
Hold on. So you, former A-list, B-list actor, You're now breaking legs for the mob.
She's my lighthouse.
Damn.
What happened to you, man?
Mr. Morningstar.
Yes.
Ryan Goldberg, Chemo's business manager. I wanted to thank you.
Phil Lamar.
We're recognizing a lot of people in this episode.
Well, because here's the thing. I know a lot of the people, like, because Phil Lamar, that guy's a voice actor. You remember Samurai Jack?
I remember it. I didn't watch it.
He voiced Samurai Jack.
Oh, well, that's pretty important.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's one of my favorite, like, character actors ever. And Mark Dukakis, like, he's like an action star from the 90s who just so badass. No, really, it still is in a lot of ways, like, really, really badass. But just, I remember seeing him in, like, Double Dragon in the 90s. Outfit was absolutely stupid, but he was still really good. Also, he was in The Crow. Well, it was a decent one. It was okay. But, yeah.
I know, the fact you should have passed, but just in case, I've some family business to attend to, alright?
Right. Well, get a room already, right?
No.
Oh, God. No. Don't. Don't confide in Dan. That's the last person you need to confide in this.
Too soon? Sorry.
Yeah.
So,
A bit.
how's the case going?
But right now, I haven't got time to hold your hand because I need to clear up your mess. My mess? Uriel's still out there, and the clock is up, which means the detective is in grave danger.
Oh, he's being an entitled bitch right now.
Blue.
It's definitely his fault.
Lucifer's the one that made the deal. Lucifer made the deal.
He's being such a bitch about it. That's not cool.
He's being a royal dick.
He's an asshole right now.
My God, Lucifer. Loosen up.
He never takes any responsibility for anything.
I don't know if you noticed, that's kind of been his thing. He often deflects until he fumbles his way into a solution.
Yeah, but it's kind of getting to the point where I'm annoyed by it. Oh, he reminds me of somebody. Anyway.
I think I know who you're talking about. I'm not going to say anything either. It's going to be done. Yeah.
Hey, who's editing this?
Wolf.
Wolf, don't put that part in the part that's on YouTube.
Please?
The full cut, obviously, whatever.
Yeah, so Wolf, just as a reminder, you'll see that in the audio, so you'll know something's up.
Oh, is that why you do that?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was so that when you were listening to it and doing something else, it would catch your attention.
No,
you listen to them all. You know
that's
what I mean?
actually, like whenever they're shooting movies, you see that annoying clapper thing.
Yeah.
It's got, like, not only does the scene and the numbers and stuff mean stuff on it, that's for audio cue. Like if you're running audio, that lets them know when to stop. In my head,
I legit thought that you maybe were sitting there browsing the web while listening to the video to make sure there wasn't anything to edit out, and that when you heard a clap, it would get your attention.
Well, that's one thing.
So,
but also,
that makes much more sense and is a lot easier than what I thought you did.
Yeah. So, well, it's little tricks I've learned over time. Plus,
that's kind of neat.
Yeah. Actually, this started as just tradition because I had to do this in order to sync up the audio because I used to record the audio and the video separately, and I had to sync them up later on.
That's crazy.
Oh, Quinn, I mean, honestly...
This
sucks. Yeah. Years and years have passed, and I still do this, but now I do it for a different reason.
That's really cool, though. I didn't think about that. Huh.
Oh! Homie. You just got burned. Oh, God. There. All the pieces are lining up now. We're about to have us a field day.
Yeah, something bad's about to happen here.
Yep.
I don't like his face.
That's kind of the thing. He's sort of like... Michael Imperioli is infamous for playing rat bastards.
I Unfortunately, he's got the face for it.
That's
Sorry,
the thing.
dude.
No, he accepts it. You know why? He's just like, you know what? Even though people say I'm always typecast as like the rat bastard or the piece of shit or like the scumbag or something like that, he's like, hey, I'm never gonna be out of a fucking job in Hollywood. That's for goddamn sure.
He's got the look. And
He does.
it's just,
He does.
I didn't want to be like he looks like an asshole, but he looks like an asshole.
Well, Michael Imperioli is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Like,
Oh, I bet. That's how it goes.
Well, literally, he's like so damn nice. He sits like he'll sit there and he'll chat with you literally about anything because he loves his life. He's been blessed. He says it every day. He's like, I've been blessed with a life that most people would kill for, and the fact that I keep getting cast because of how I look, most people would find that as a curse. I found a way to make it into like a blessing.
Oh no, I mean that's good. It's kind of like the guy that plays Joffrey. I mean, they're always nice,
Oh
even
my
if they look like
dude,
that.
Jack Gleason is so nice too. Like the meanest of bastards are always the nicest of people in real life.
It's funny how it works out.
It is. I mean, Jack Gleason.
God, I can't stand his face. He looks like I don't even know.
Well, again, he looks like a rat bastard.
He just looks like someone that's gonna fuck up your shit, but in the most mischievous way possible.
Yeah, he's a wormy, grimy
It's not that he's like
fuck.
intimidating physically; it's that he's intimidating mentally.
Oh yeah. Well, that was the thing when he played Christopher Moltisanti on Sopranos. Like Christopher was never like physically intimidating, but he knew how to think when he wasn't high off of his ass. When he was actually able to like sit down and think of a plan, he could actually come up with some really interesting stuff. But here, he literally has the whole world at his disposal. He's just like, oops.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
just
gonna be cool.
dominoes. Yeah, the dominoes have been tipped.
It's a cool idea. Oh, it's chained.
Mommy, I'm sorry.
Damn. Thank you, Mace.
Not so bad after all.
Also, you don't chain your kid to a soccer post.
It's fine. I'm sure that they let him go.
Quinn!
Well, it was only momentarily. And also, he was kind of acting like a dog.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn it. Uh-huh.
He did it! He's the one who killed Wesley.
Oh!
No, it was her idea. It was her idea to switch up the Nantucket War, covered in blood.
Go,
You stole from me. Killed Wesley? Then you tried to frame it for it?
Whoa.
That's fair.
Both of you. Ah, please.
Whoa, hey, you asshole!
Did you see Decker literally just be like...
She's like, of course she is. She's like, okay.
She literally
Give
just
us
was
a
like,
shit.
of course.
It's like the action star with a shotgun. God, this can only go terrible.
And they will pay for that, I promise you.
Damn. She's good.
I mean, that was good, yeah.
She's good. She did really good.
Well done, detective. Kilo was about to do a very bad thing.
Well, not on my watch.
Very good.
Good one.
Let me escort you back to the station.
No. I'm okay. You know, I don't believe in fate. I don't believe in bad luck. And I appreciate your concern, but come what may, I'm leaving here. Alone.
Very well.
All right.
But just buckle up, detective, please. Right, if you'll excuse me, there's something I need to deal with.
Don't you feel?
Well, she did good.
Yep.
Handled that like a true professional. She did.
I was just thinking about my friends that I'm going to visit.
Lucifer.
I got them to start watching Lucifer.
Oh no.
And they said, all cops are bastards, but Chloe isn't in this at all. Didn't mean Chloe. And I mean, Chloe is a good cop, but...
Well, again, this is fiction. Here, I don't prescribe to the ACAB thing. It's because I have family members and I also have friends who are cops. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of cops out there who've done bad things, but holding all of them responsible for the actions of the few versus, like, It makes literally no logical sense to me. But anyway.
Let's not get into it.
No. If someone wants to come at me over it, feel free. I do not care.
Mom.
I'm letting Muriel take me back to hell.
So, Lucifer, you can either let that happen, or you can give me Mom. Last chance. You choose.
Very well. You didn't see that coming, did you? Damn!
Why did you pick on a girl?
But I have no qualms about using it on a filthy, scum-sucking demon. You can't stop me, bro.
Oh! You were saying?
I didn't see that coming.
What have I done?
Gotta do what you gotta do, unfortunately.
I mean...
He didn't have a choice.
I mean, he basically had the choice, you know, lose his mother and lose Chloe, or kill him. Here's the thing: there's sometimes situations like there's no right answer. As much as we say, oh, there's the right answer and the wrong answer. No, sometimes there's two answers that will have consequences, and no matter the choice you make, you will have to live with them. I mean, that's the choice. Like, it hurts to make. Like, I would say there's been a few times in my life I've had to make choices like that. It's just like, for instance, the channel. There's been certain things on this channel that I knew that if I did, there would be consequences. That there is not a 100% right answer in this regard, and I'm like, I have to bite the bullet on this, and no matter what comes my way, I have to answer for it. I mean, you got to take responsibility for your actions in a lot of regards, and when you make very hard choices, you know.
And Lucifer can't push this one onto somebody else. So.
No, he can't. Of course he can't. Like, his brother's blood is literally drying on his hands.
I mean, I think he's gonna have to face that issue.
Well, I mean, he killed an angel. He literally killed one of his own kind, his little brother, with the sword of Azrael. The literal, like, guaranteed, like kill.
That boy dead.
Yeah, that boy more than dead. That boy super dead. He doesn't exist anymore on any plane of existence, heaven or hell.
They killed him off pretty fast, honestly.
Well, I wasn't expecting him to.
I figured he'd be on a couple episodes.
I at least expected like a 2-3 episode run.
Yeah,
with him.
right? Like, it was pretty fast.
Yeah, like he'd hit that, and then 2 days later, Lucifer would have to figure something out, like how to save Chloe. But instead, screw the 2 days, dead.
I mean, yeah, that was pretty weird because I figured he'd be around, like you said, 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, but
it's strange, but
this is a bit strange.
That wasn't my favorite episode. It was fine.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was all right.
I wasn't impressed or anything. Like,
well, there were certain things in this that I was very happy with, but at the same time, I'm just like,
it wasn't the strongest episode.
No. There's been much better episodes.
Yeah.
But with this, we're 5 episodes deep on season 2, so yeah, I'm very happy so far
I mean,
with this season. I'm liking it probably just as good, if not better, than the first season. I mean, we're still only we're not even halfway through the first season or the second season, so yeah.
I always really enjoy the first season of anything.
Same.
You know, it's like your first exposure and everything. So like, I have a hard time saying I like this one more yet, because like I always just appreciate the first season of something a lot. But
yeah, I enjoy there's one. The only first season I'll say is not good, but the rest of the show is amazing. Parks and Rec.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say My Hero.
My Hero, the first season, I like a lot. But the other seasons, I will say, are better.
I am literally a season and a half into it, and I've been a season and a half into it for a year. I struggle so hard to get into that shit.
That first season, for some, can be a bit of a slog, but for me, I had no problem with it.
I just finished the arc with the hero killer, basically.
Oh, with Stain?
Yeah. I just finished that.
That one's alright. That one's a pretty good arc.
But my introduction to My Hero was actually a movie. I went to see it with Kinsey and their friends. Like, we went to see
Heroes movie.
No, we saw Rising Heroes.
Oh, Heroes Rising. Okay.
And, yeah, that one, and that was awesome. I fucking loved that movie.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm gonna watch My Hero, and then I fucking can't get into it.
Trust me. By the time by the end of the second season, that's when everyone's in.
You know Skylar's into My Hero now?
Yeah.
Skylar.
Yeah.
My daughter, my 9-year-old, looked me dead ass in the face and was like, "Can I dye my hair red and white?"
Todoroki.
And I said, "Why?" She goes, "To look like Todoroki." And I'm like, "What do you know about Todoroki?"
That's one thing about. Well, My Hero, my nephews both love My Hero.
I didn't know the kids were watching that.
Oh, hell yeah.
I guess it's like Dragon Ball for them now.
Kind of, yeah.
And
I mean,
she's into it, and I'm sitting here like, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll be nerdy or something.
Maybe she will. I mean, I know my nephew Rylan is. My nephew Rylan just started getting into heavy metal and stuff like that. And I remember, I was sitting there, and I was playing on my phone. I see him walk in. His hair is dyed jet black. He's actually sandy blonde haired.
Uh-huh.
He's got long black hair, and I look up, and he's got a Papa Roach jacket on and a Slipknot shirt on underneath, and I'm like, oh, my nephew's gone edgelord. Okay,
it's so funny.
Let's test him on something.
I'm having a lot of fun watching this happen because she's 9, so it's just now starting to happen. And I guess she met this friend that is into My Hero and was like, "You should watch anime with me." And I went over there for her birthday party sleepover, and that's how I found out about it. But the friend was like, "I'm pregnant with Deku's baby," and I'm like, "No,
no, you're not.
No, that's where I draw the line." And they're like, "Can we watch Attack on Titan?" I'm like, "No, No, I have to say no. Well, you can't stop us. And I'm like, you're not wrong. And I just left.
And here's the thing.
Because, I can't stop them.
Here's the thing. My nephew Rylan, I remember when he was just like, man, Todoroki's my favorite character. I'm like, Todoroki's awesome. Let me ask you this. Who do you think is going to be, what was I asking? Who do you think is going to be the top of the class? Do you think it's going to be Todoroki? Do you think it's going to be Bakugo? Do you think it's going to be Deku? And then Rylan, without missing a beat, looks at me and says, Todoroki. And I'm like, why is that? It's like fire and ice, man. I mean, you can't beat him. And
He's really cool.
Oh no, I love Todoroki. Todoroki's one of my favorites. I'd say the tournament arc in the second season is the best. Is one of the best arcs.
I think I finished that one already.
Yeah, I loved that arc so damn much. And then the hero's training arc in season 3 is also really good. And also the introduction of what's his name? Lemillion. My brain needs to work. Why aren't you working? God dang it. Anyway.
I don't know. It's really fun watching these kids start to get into. I'm waiting for Skylar to walk up to me with a music chase thing soon. Hey, have you ever heard of 21 Pilots or something?
God.
Like,
I was like my nephew. What's like Rylan walked up to me, with that Slipknot shirt on, and I'm like, how far back do you go with Slipknot? And then he's like, I'm into their new album, We Are Not Your Kind, and I'm like, oh, buddy, just you wait.
Oh, it's so fun.
And I was like, okay, hey Rylan, have you ever heard of Duality? And he's just like, I'd seen people talk about it, but I haven't listened to it. And I'm like, boom. And we sat there, and it was just, and like the look on his face. And I also remembered it's like, okay, all right, what else you got? And then he was talking about like Coheed and Cambria. He was talking about like friggin' Cold Rain. He was talking about like some of his favorite bands. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, wait, Korn? And he's just like, I've listened to their new stuff, and I'm like, buddy, come with me on a journey.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought Skylar was gonna end up being like really, really preppy and kind of like, like that. Like I thought she was gonna be like a cheerleader or something.
Nerdiness.
So I'm getting excited.
Nerdiness it subverts all that now. But now there's cheerleaders who are nerds. There's football players who are nerds. Dude, I saw a guy, like a jock, Primo Chad Jock, come out onto the football field dressed as Goku, and he like had like the shoulder pads, or he had like the outfit on and everything, and he like strips the outfit off, and it's his football uniform underneath, and he takes his the fake no, it was Vegeta, sorry. He the fake Vegeta hair off, and then the scouter last, and he just goes.
Now, I want Skylar to be whoever she's gonna be, of course. I would never push her one way or the other, but I'll be so fucking happy if I get a little emo kid. Like, hell yeah.
I don't know if she'll be emo. It depends on how she goes through school. If she goes through school and she develops into an emo, awesome. But at the same time,
I'll take any level of nerd so that we can talk about the same shit. I'm into that. Her and this little friend are 9, like I said, and they're like, do you have any anime recommendations? And I literally went, no, because everything I watch is horribly dark. Like,
oh god,
all I watch is like, I want it to make me cry, or I don't watch it. That's how my anime taste is.
I would say, like, good introductory anime, there's a few.
I literally said no, because I could only think of, like, Attack on Titan and, like, Elfen Light.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's my favorite shit, and I'm sitting here like, no, I don't have a recommendation, actually.
I would recommend, well, My Hero, I would say, is the good starter anime for modern day kids nowadays. Outside of that,
right? Like,
outside of that, there's a few.
She had the Promised Neverland on her list.
Promised Neverland is not bad. Promised Neverland.
The only scene I've seen from it was bad.
Well, the first season has like the one scene in it, and the rest of it's not that bad. The first episode has like the darkest moment of the series in it.
I literally started Demon Slayer like a week ago and haven't finished.
Demon Slayer is also a good one. Demon Slayer is also really
good.
So
far, like, I guess I'd be okay with it. There was some blood, but like,
there's blood, but there's nothing like
it
grotesque.
Wasn't like on screen or anything.
There's nothing like full. Well, there's a couple parts that are a little bit iffy, like in terms
She's
of like
9,
violence.
Not like 4. So I mean,
okay, okay. So the violence won't be that much.
Violence is okay, but like, I don't want it to be like gore.
There's not much gore there. I'll say this: there's 1 or 2 parts where you're just like, "Ooh, dang, that's violent," but it's not like
I have no problem with her on My Hero or whatever. Like, violence is fine.
Yay for violence!
Well,
I'm joking.
They listen to Corpse songs, and I feel like that might be a little more of a problem to me than the violence in anime.
Yeah, Corpse is a.
I was kind of like, hey, I wouldn't be playing that so loud.
Corpse is all right. Corpse,
your grandma is home.
Yeah. Corpse, I would say, he's not bad.
It's not bad, but they were playing E-Girls Are Ruining My Life, and my mom was home.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, don't do that. I'm going to get in trouble.
That's fair.
But I told her I couldn't control what she watched, but I didn't recommend Attack on Titan. I told her I just didn't like it because I didn't want her to go into it. I feel like that's where I draw the line right now.
Yeah.
Maybe in I feel like 13 I'll let it go, but
yeah,
12 if she's mature enough, but
12, 13 I think is the good limit for stuff like
but
that.
But I feel like Attack on Titan is a little dark for a 9-year-old.
Attack on Titan can get really dark really fast.
I feel like that's just a lot.
It can be. I'd say 12, 13 she'd probably be okay.
I mean, honestly, I can't stop her from watching it now, and as long as it doesn't give her nightmares, I don't really care. But, she has a tablet, and I just can't watch her 20.
You can't, yeah, that's the thing.
My mom doesn't really know how to work it, and so, if she finds it online, I mean, she's going to do what she's going to do.
Yeah. Access to the internet is a scary thing for kids.
I mean, they have laptops for school. We can't take it away. I mean,
no.
So that's just how it's gonna be. And if she watches it and gets nightmares, that's her own problem, I guess. So.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna have to move on from this. This was Lucifer, season 2, episode 5. Hopefully, you all enjoyed it, and hopefully, we will see you all in the next one. So until then, I'm Nate.
I'm Quinn.
We'll see you then. Peace out.